I hope you had a good holiday. Um, so I was going through this, I was just doing some reading online, and then I saw this write up by Meritha Najar, and it's the title is The Art of Being Unbothered, and it talks about 4 simple ways to be a happy person. I know everybody wants to be happy. I want to be happy, and I know you want to be happy. Happiness is something that we all desire, we all seek for. You know, when you ask people what really they want in life, oh, they want to be happy, they want to be loved, they want to go through life having a healthy life. They want to find love, having a loving family. So those are the things that a normal person desires, and happiness is one of those things. But do people really find happiness, true happiness? And what is happiness? So most of the time we see happiness as an emotion, and most times we tie happiness to certain events. Like when you ask someone, what makes you happy? Some people might say, oh, when I receive my paycheck. When I receive my paycheck, I'm happy. I see my kids graduate from school, I'm happy. When I get married on the day of my wedding, I was very happy. I was the happiest woman on earth the day I got married. I was the happiest woman on earth the day I had my child. I was the happiest woman the day I bought a house. I was the happiest woman the day I bought my car. So people tie happiness to an event, like something good has to happen to make them happy, and then when something good don't happen, then that means you're not happy. So, but it's not supposed to be like that. If you want to be a happy person, don't tie happiness to events. To some people, they don't tie it to events, but they tie it to activities or other things. Like, oh, I'm happy when I'm singing, I'm happy when I'm dancing, I'm happy when I'm doing something I love to do. That's what make me happy. You do something that make you happy. Yes, those things, like there are things that should make you happy, activities that make you happy, events that make you happy, incidences that make you happy. But those are not supposed to be the only thing that makes you happy. So here it says that we often think of happiness as a state. We don't often think of happiness as a state of mind. Instead, we view happiness as an emotion which can be fleeting and dependent on a specific circumstances. So most times we don't see happiness as a state of mind. Happiness, for you to be a happy person, happiness has to be a state of mind, because it's something that you have to be intentional about. You have to choose to be happy. I always tell people when they tell me, oh, you're such a happy person, I say yes, because I choose to be happy. Where I'm working, they see me within how many minutes, say, oh, you look like a very happy person, because you're going to see me, I'm singing, I'm humming, I'm dancing, I'm friendly, hi, hello, chatting. So you just feel, oh, this one, she's a happy person, she doesn't have any problems in the world. No, happiness is not the absence of challenges or problems or issues. Or see, life can never be a bed of roses, and life is not smooth. There are ups and downs. It's just like when you're driving on the road. Life is a journey, right? So when you're on a journey, you're taking a road trip. No matter how good the road is, there are still certainly going to be some places that you meet some bumps, right? Maybe some hurdles, some bumps. That's how life is. So if you think that every time you meet a hurdle, you get so angry and upset, it's okay to get angry and upset, but don't dwell in being angry and upset. Don't stay angry and upset, because that's also an emotion, and it's good to always express your emotions. But don't stay there, don't dwell there. So happiness is a state of mind. And it says that when someone asks you, when were you happiest in your life? Most people think back to a moment when they were celebrating something, or having a great time with friends and family. But it says that pure joy is fleeting in our lives, but that doesn't mean that we can't have a regular base level of happiness. So that's the thing here, to have a regular base level of happiness that applies to our everyday lives. So happiness shouldn't be it shouldn't be seasonal or occasional. If you want to be a happy person, it should be something that you experience every day. It should be an everyday thing. It should be part of your life. Happiness should be part of your life. And for that to be part of your life, you have to be intentional. I keep using that word. You have to be intentional. There's a saying that sometimes the sun don't shine. You have to make the sun shine. See, so you have to create happiness for yourself. And it says that there are four simple ways to be a happy person. Number one, don't rely on other people to fulfill you. Don't rely on other people to make you happy. That's it. Because people are always going to get on your nerves. And when you expect your happiness depends on how people treat you, then that means you might end up being a sad person because people are not always going to treat you right. You might be lucky, yes, sometimes you go out and you get people that treat you right, but sometimes you go out and people treat you based on their experiences, they treat you based on their emotions, they treat you based on how their day is going. For someone that is probably sick, maybe someone woke up with a very bad headache or a migraine or whatever. As she's going out, she's in pain. So she's not going to be the most exciting person, or she's not going to be the most happy person. And when you come in contact with such a person, that person might be grumpy. That person might be, grumpy. I don't know what other word to use. Yeah. So if your happiness is going to be based on how somebody treats you, maybe you go out there and you greet that person, you say, oh, hi, how are you? And the person just looks the other way. That means automatically you're starting your day bad, right? You're going to have a bad day because somebody did not acknowledge your greetings. So don't base your happiness, don't rely on people to make you happy. And here she says that happiness is an inside job. We cannot expect someone or something else outside to make us happy. So it has to come from inside. Coming from outside means I'm happy when things are okay, or when someone does something that makes me excited, or someone gives me a gift that makes me happy, or something nice or wonderful happens, then I'm happy. That's coming from the outside. But when happiness is coming from the inside, it's like I'm a happy person no matter what happens. I choose to be happy. My day is not going well, I still choose to be happy. My colleague didn't treat me right, I still choose to be happy. I get to the road and the traffic, maybe it's supposed to take me 20 minutes to get to work, and there's this bad traffic. And instead of 20 minutes, I make 2 hours. Is it easy to be happy at that time? I still choose to be happy. I still choose to be happy. So it has to come from the inside. You have to be intentional. It's something that you tell yourself, look, I'm a happy person, I choose to be happy. And I have a friend that will tell me, you are just a dreamer. Because if you're someone that chooses that, oh, you know what, no matter what comes my way, I choose to be happy, then that means you're not being realistic, you're not living in the present, you are just someone that is dreaming. Well, you can put it that way. If that's how you see it, you can choose to call it that way. But for me, it works for me. Because I guard my mental health. When you are happy, you are healthier. And when you are sad, you are less healthy. So I choose to be happy. I prefer to be happy. So secondly, it says treat happiness like a lifestyle, not a moment. So we're talking about being your base level for every day. So let it be a lifestyle. Let it be part of you. Let happiness be part of you. Let it be a lifestyle. Not that today I choose to be happy and tomorrow, you know what, I'm tired of life. I don't want to do life anymore. Or you know what, I can't even go through all of this situation again. No, let it be consistent. Let it be a lifestyle, not a moment. Don't tie happiness to only when good things happen or when um, maybe you plan to do something and you achieve it. Yes, that makes you happy. Or you have your spouse and your spouse makes you happy. And the day she's grumpy, you are not happy, you are sad. I know it's not possible for us to say that somebody can be happy 31 days of the month. You might not be so excited and so happy 31 days of the month. That's not being realistic. That's not being realistic. But what we are saying is just choose to be a happy person. I'll rather be happy than sad. I'll rather be positive than negative. I'll rather be an optimist than a pessimist. I'm an optimist, and my friend will tell me, "Oh, you're a dreamer. Call me whatever you want, I don't care. I choose to be happy, and that keeps me healthy." So, happiness is something that should be a lifestyle. It says cultivating happiness is an art. Is an art. You learn it. You have to learn to be happy. And each and every moment we choose what we want to focus on or what to emphasize in our minds. So it depends on what you want to focus on. You want to dwell on the ugly experiences or you want to dwell on the beautiful experiences. Because every day brings us the good, the bad, and the ugly. So what do you want to dwell on? You want to dwell on the good? You want to dwell on the bad or you want to dwell on the ugly? So choose what you want to dwell on. I choose to dwell on the good. And I choose to magnify the good and minimize the bad. That's not to say I'm ignoring my reality. Whatever things are meant to be dealt with, I deal with it. Whatever problems or issues are meant to be handled, I handle it. But what I'm saying is, I try not to dwell on it or to put all of my mind and just remain there and remain sad. Yes, you can have a moment of something happens and that makes you unhappy, sad. Yes, it's normal because we are human. But don't dwell there. That's what we are saying. Don't live in that moment. Move to the next moment. That's what we are saying. So yeah, she says we can either pull in past events that create the same emotional feelings we experienced before, or we can choose to release those and move forward and be completely present. So what are we saying here? You've had bad experiences. We've had things that have happened in the past. You're coming from going through a very bad moment, and each time you remember that thing that happened, it takes you back to that sad moment and that makes you sad. You could be very happy and all of a sudden maybe something triggers that unhappy moment and that makes you sad. So what we are saying is we all have bad experiences one way or the other in this life. As you go through life, you're going to meet things because life doesn't always happen exactly how you planned it. Sometimes we plan things to happen this way, but sometimes it doesn't go exactly how you planned it, and sometimes you have unpleasant experiences. So but what we're saying is, instead of dwelling, yes, of course you will always remember the past and then you remember some unpleasant situations, but don't dwell there. For me, I would say take the lessons from the bitter experiences, from the unpleasant experiences, take the lessons and move on. Try to heal. Time, they say, heals all wounds, right? So with time, try to heal. Give room for healing. Allow yourself to heal and move on. Be in the present. Live in the present. Don't live in the past. Some people are living in the past. Oh, this person hurt me. Oh, that person hurt me. Oh, this person did this because of that. I don't want to relate with humans again. I don't want to do with this again. I don't want to deal with this again. That's the past. Let the past be the past. leave the past in the past and deal with the present. Take the lessons from the past. Each experiences you have makes you stronger, makes you wiser, makes you better, right? So take the lessons from the past, be a wiser person, be a more careful person, but remain a happy person. Remain a happy person. So we should always be looking for the positive aspects. For me, I always say that I look for the good in everything. Everything, every situation, I try to look for the good in it. No matter how bad that situation is, I try to look for the good. I might not find one. There's no guarantee that I'm going to find the good in it, but I just search for the good, and it works for me. So I try to find the good in every situation. It might be a bad situation. Maybe I was really hoping for something better to happen, and it doesn't happen that way. Well, life continues. It's not the end of the world. As long as I'm still alive, they say when there's life, there's hope, right? So as long as you're still living, that means there's hope. And some disappointments are actually a blessing in disguise. Do you know that? Sometimes some things we want, we really think that this thing is good for me, or this person is good for me, or that job is good for me, or that thing is good for me. Sometimes it's actually not good for you. Sometimes we want these things, but do we really need them? So let's not dwell in the past. Move to the present. Heal and live in the present. We should always be looking for the positive aspects in order to create uplifting feelings of connection with people. It's an advice. Like, for me, I think it's a good thing. So mood can be boosted with some healthy food as supplements. That's a different thing. So number three way to remain a happy person is to lean towards joy whenever you can. Lean towards joy. Lean towards that thing that makes you happy whenever you can. Dwell more on the things that make you happy. Think more of the things that make you happy. Try to have happy thoughts. Try to relive happy moments and happy thoughts each day. Think of something. For me, once I wake up, the fact that I'm awake is a blessing to me. That I can even wake up and I can get up and go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, take a shower, have my breakfast. That's a blessing. That has made my day already. I count that as a blessing. I might go out and I don't achieve everything I want to have, but for the fact that, oh, you know what, I'm still on this side of the earth, like I'm still in the land of the living, that's a blessing. I'm blessed. I am blessed. Every other thing follows. So lean towards joy whenever you can. And it says that we all long for that promised pursuit of happiness. Yet many people discover the pursuit can become exhausting. There's this write-up I saw that says that when I was a child, I used to feel, oh, when I grow up and go to college, I'll be the happiest person. And then I went to college, and then I'm like, oh, when I graduate from college, I'll be the happiest person. And then I graduated from college, and I'm like, oh, when I get that dream job, I'll be the happiest person. And then I got that dream job, and I'm like, when I buy that beautiful car, I'll be the happiest person. And then I bought the car, and then I realized that, oh, I need a husband. So when I marry that husband, I'm going to be the happiest person. And then I marry the husband, and I'm like, oh God, it's not complete. I need children. And then I have children, and I realize that, oh my God, these kids, they are too much. They make me scream all day. It's so expensive to have kids. I can't wait for them to grow up and go to college, so they'll be out of the house and I have my peace and quiet. And then they grow up, they graduate, and they get out of the house, and the house is empty and quiet. And then you're now lonely, and you're like, oh my God, I wish they were here. So humans, we are insatiable. You're always going to think that the next thing is going to make you happier. The next thing is going to make you happier. Oh, if only I could get this, I'll be happier. Oh, if only I could do this, I'll be happier. So you're going to keep postponing your happiness, tie it to the next best thing, tie it to the next best thing, to the next best thing. So the secret to being happy is every day just try to make your happiness a daily thing. Don't tie it to the next best thing. Let your happiness be tied to your present, your present. Today, I'm happy today. Today is Tuesday. It's the 7th day of April. I choose to be happy today. Tomorrow is going to be the 8th day of April. I intend to be happy tomorrow. By this time next week, Tuesday, I still intend to be happy. I'm going to do everything to make me happy. I choose to be happy. So lean towards whatever gives you joy. Then number 4, recognize that how you think determines how you feel. There's a connection. There's a connection. How you think affects how you feel. If you think that, oh, life sucks, everything is horrible, the prices of things are so expensive, you get to the road, there's so much traffic, the weather is horrible, everything is horrible, this is terrible, you're going to wake up feeling terrible, horrible. You're not going to be bright. Like, the way you think affects the way you feel. But you wake up and you're like, oh my God, this is another beautiful day. I'm going to make the best of today. It's a great day to be alive. I'll make the best of today. And so you go out there with that mindset that, look, today is going to be a good day for me. Even when things come and they don't happen the way you want it, I've already made up my mind that today is going to be a good day. So whatever happens, I will suck it in and throw it out and continue with being happy. So happiness is not an emotion. It should be a state of mind. So it says that we think about happiness as a state of emotional euphoria. We think happiness has to have a wow factor, like you have to be wowed to be happy. Wow, that makes you happy. You don't have to be wowed to be happy. Just the simplest things, as seeing the birds on the trees can make you happy, or seeing the flowers bloom, that should make you happy, or seeing a squirrel hopping and jumping, that should make me happy. The tiniest things should make you happy. It doesn't have to be the wow things, like I have to be wowed. No, even the little things. Let's learn to appreciate the little things. There's this poem we used to, when I was in high school, when we are doing literature. I can't remember who wrote that poem right now. It says, what is this life if full of cares? We have no time to stand and stare. No time to stand beneath the boughs. I can't remember the poem so well now. But it says that what is this life if full of cares? We have no time to stand and stare, no time to enjoy nature, no time to see the butterflies hopping from one flower to the next one, no time to enjoy the squirrels, hopping up and down. What is this life if full of cares? Life is always going to be full of cares. Life is always going to be full of worries. Life is going to be always, you're always going to have bills to pay. There's always going to be something to do. Something is always going to go off. So if you're waiting for that time when everything is perfect and everything is smooth and everything is beautiful, that means you're postponing your happiness. So I'll say, choose to be happy today. Choose to be a happy person. For me, I think it makes us healthier. It takes a lot of muscles for us to frown, but it takes very little muscles to smile. So choose to smile today and choose to be happy. Okay. All right. I hope I have been able to convince you that it's a good thing to be happy. All right, bye. Have a good day. Ciao.